Welcome back to another video. I filmed my April 1st video yesterday, so today I'm doing all my new builds from March in my Alpha Minecraft city. And yeah, I figured out how to use my F3 and F1 button. It's because I accidentally clicked the lock button, which made them not work, so I just had to click it again. Anyways, these are all the builds I did last month. I'm gonna show off, and there's 60 different things in my notes I have to show off. Most of them are small builds, but there are a few big builds, and I did lots I wanted to do this month. I made a video saying what I wanted to do, which was like mainly work on my islands, work on this part of my city, and a few other things, and I got like all of them done. To begin, we gotta go over here where we're gonna show off the first thing I built this month, which was a little ghost statue, just a simple one, which is for Haunted Shore, which is this area of my city. I wanted a little statue to represent it, and I thought a little ghost would be the best thing and the easiest thing to make. I just gave it two little eyes there and just a little ghost. Next up, we got three little islands I added to my city. This wasn't an island, this one I'm going to, but I destroyed its connection to the land because it was like a little peninsula, I guess. So then I turned it into an island. And I named it that because it was cut in half. And there was the little island here, I think, but I made it bigger. And this is just a little island named after one of my uncle's old dogs. Next, we gotta get up here, which might take a minute. This is Sky High Island. I just added a light here. I think if I build anywhere else, the island will fall, so I think this is good. Just a little viewing point. And it's named after a movie I was a fan of growing up, and also due to its location being in the air floating. It's a lot easier to get down than it is to get up as well. Just some basic weapons and a little office up here with a holding cell. Just like Prison Architect, a holding cell. And then right outside, the next build is a little boat and a little dock. And they can come out here, has a sword on it just in case, and they can go all around here with that. So last month or I guess February now, so like 2 months ago since it's April, but in February I built this sugarcane and cactus farm around here, so in March I built this wheat farm. Just another way to get wheat because I needed some for bread, to put some bread in the houses, so this was the easy way to get some all the way over here. Right beside the wheat shop is this little shop, a weapon shop. There's some TNT for sale there, and then some bows and arrows, as well as some swords. Then you come down here and there's a little shooting range. So you can come here, get a bow and arrow, and do some shooting. This is just to retrieve the arrows. Of course, you have to make sure it's at a time when nobody is shooting. And then here is the weaponsmith where they can make some weapons. Next up is also a build by the wheat shop, which is a little birthday cake monument for my mom, since it was her birthday in March, right beside my birthday cake. We got this little house I added right beside this sugarcane shop or the sugarcane farm. and it's just a little house for whoever owns the sugarcane farm. It's a pretty basic house, but I just wanted to make a few small houses around here. And then right here is the goods shop, which sells different things from the island or the shore, like some cactus, some sugarcane, and some wheat from the 3 different farms. Got this little fountain, just a tiny fountain, but I haven't made one for my city for a while, so I wanted to add one here. And then we also got the viewing tower. This is just to get a good view of the whole haunted shore. I also had a lot of cobblestone from other builds, so I thought I might as well make something with it. So yeah, you get a pretty good view of everything. And lots of stuff I still have to show off, and lots of old builds too. I'm probably not going to build too much in the woods because I kind of want to keep some trees and stuff around. Next up is by the cactus farm, where I built a little house for whoever owns it, just like the sugarcane farm. This house might be a bit smaller though, so I guess the sugarcane farm is more successful, which makes sense because there's not really a use for cactus in this version yet. Next up, I wanted to show off this little boat I added in the middle here between these two different shores. That's the haunted shore and that's the shielded shore. And yeah, I built that first and then I built this, which is the next build. This is 2 different boats. And the reason this is because this is a boat and license store. So these 2 boats are part of it. If you need a boating test, like SpongeBob. And there's some boating licenses, and you get a free test. And then a fishing license, which you don't have to do a test, but it costs 1 iron. And that's just a small, simple build. Next up is a pretty basic build. This is just a small little public washroom. And there's the house I built on April 1st. This is the next build, which is just a tiny shed I used to keep some items in. I just built that just because I wanted a place to store my stuff, have a furnace and everything. So that's the only reason I built that. The next little spot we have to go is right here. And these are 3 little graves I made for my cats who passed away a long time ago. I just wanted to add them to my world in a way and memorialize them, so I built these for them here. This is the next build, and it's just a little boat bridge. So it has a boat under it, and it's just a little bridge connecting these 2 parts of my shore. I think this is a new build from this month too, just a little butcher shop. Nothing too crazy. Maybe I could add a sword or something. Next up is this little house by the boat shop. It's just a small little house because yeah, I was just adding lots of houses to my world. It's a pretty basic house. How I usually make my houses with 3 floors or 4 sometimes. This is the next build, which is a little political party or office. Guess I won't get that wall, that sheep's too far away. But yeah, this is a pretty nice build, I think, compared to how I usually build. I tried to make all the political parties look nice. So the Democracy Party. This is the little entrance. The little washroom here. some offices too. And a storage room. And this is a little meeting room where they can come all sit here and meet. And this is just a little place to come chill, watch TV, maybe with the news or something. Some plans for the city. A little library. And the leader's office. Then there's a flag outside as well. So next up, I'm gonna show off these two buildings right beside here. I already showed off the butcher shop right there. Or right there. So this is just a little house. A bit nicer than the other houses, at least, that I've shown off so far. But still a bit small. And right beside it, we just got a regular business. And employees only. Then I'm just gonna have to run down here quickly. At the bottom, this is the Alpha Society. So it's a little secret society under a regular business. It's a little armory here with some swords. Then we got the leader of the Alpha Society. This is where their office would be. There's a library back here. And then this way is all the rooms. So they're all the same. There's 6 different rooms. Just has a little kitchen, a little bedroom, and a little bathroom. And all of them are built the exact same. So just little rooms they can stay in when they're here. But of course they have their own houses. And these are all the different people. And then I have to climb all the way back up. So at the end of Haunted Shore here, we have one last build I have to show off right here, which is a little gazebo. I just like making different types of small builds like that. And I guess this is the last build to show off, this little boat here. At least last one for Haunted Shore. So we're gonna have to go to one of these islands now. We will be back at Haunted Shore soon though. There are a few things I forgot to show off. So we're at this little island, which I finished. So I'm gonna show off this whole island. Just a small little island. I did that in February, but I finished off this island this month. And it's Gilbert Island, named after my brother's cat. And there's a little shed here too. Next we're going to this island, which is not finished. And this is the new little fountain I made on here. I just want to make another fountain. They're pretty fun to make, and I think they look nice. This is named after my other cat. And this is another political party, another bill. The Republic Party. So this is the hallway. I think this is another nice one. Some library and documents. We'll go to the stairwell after. This is the washrooms. And then this is the leader's office. So you can get a good view outside and you can still see in the hallway. Basically all ocean in this direction. Up here we got the meeting room. And then some offices. And to top it all off, we got a little balcony to sit at. And you get a good view of just the water. And I guess a little bit of land. Next up is just a few small islands I'm showing off, like this one with nothing really on it. And then this one again with nothing really on it. And then this one with, again, nothing really on it. Then we go over this one with has a lot more on it. So this is this island. So it's supposed to spell something out. We have to mix up the letters, and it's named after a Pokemon. I built this island up. I had this built before, but I built this in March for a video. So you can watch that video on my channel if you want me building this. Just a little island house. This is the kitchen. A little bathroom as well. Then you go upstairs, a little like living room space where you get a TV. Some good views as well. I turned down my render distance out here because there's really nothing out there. Oh yeah, I already showed that off. I meant to show off the room upstairs. This is the bedroom with a netherrack floor. And that's just the little tiny island house I made. The rest of the island is just mostly lights. Nothing really else there. But yeah, this is on the farthest part of my city probably, so I think it's good enough. This is another little island, except I made this one. I'm pretty sure, I think so. And it's just Kildonia Island. There's nothing on this one as well. So the next build I have to show off is something I forgot to when I was here, which is this little wall between the boat shop and the rest of the land. So you can't get back there unless you go in the water or go through the boat shop. Next up, we got this little fishing shack, which you can just come sit in, and it has a boat and a fishing rod, so you can come fish at this pond. And then there's also this rock named after a snake I named before that I found, named Jay. It's just a tiny little rock. And then there's a little boat in the middle here as well. Just a tiny little wooden boat. Maybe you can go fishing on this boat. Next up, I got this house to show off, which I also made in a YouTube video. We're at the other side of Haunted Shore. It's just a little beach house, but it looks honestly pretty nice in my opinion. It's one of the nicer houses I made, definitely. This is the kitchen. And then the living room. And you can go upstairs here. This is the bathroom. And the bedroom. And this house has a little balcony as well you can come sit out at. Well, there's no bench or anything, but it gives you a good view. I think that's a really good view with those three buildings there and all the trees. So next up, right by the tour guide office, I added a little boat, a tour boat, so it's a lot bigger than a regular boat. And also goes deeper in the water, so it's 2 blocks deep. So yeah, this is where you could get a tour in the water of the whole city. So next up is this wall. So I added this from the railway station over here on the shielded shore. So half of this is the civilian area, and in this area behind the wall is going to be the military zone. So that's why I have the wall here, and added this part of it connecting up to the railway station last month. Next up, we're at the beach at Shielded Shore, and I want to show off this boat I made. So it's a larger boat, but it's not a tour guide one. And it is a pretty nice boat, although I think the seat up here makes more sense for a tour guide boat. So who knows, maybe it is one. And I also put the lights on inside. Next up, we have to be in the ocean of my city, right in the middle of all of my main island and everywhere else. And this is a abandoned old tower in the middle of the water that's all destroyed. And then down here, you can't really get any further because it's all sunken in with gravel and stone and dirt. But I just wanted to add some more ruins to my city. I wanted to make it look like there was a tower once here, and that's what this is for. I just had to make some small tweaks to make it look like maybe the ladder actually once did go up more. So I removed the glass from those two places. Next up, I have to show off this well, and it's attached to the sewer, so it's one build each, but I'm gonna show off them together as the same build. So that's the well. I'm not gonna jump down there to enter the sewer. I built the outside of the well a long time ago, but finally finished the inside going all down. And that over there is the entrance to the sewer. I always collect wool because I use a lot when building. So this is the entrance. It goes like 40 or 30 blocks down. I think maybe just 20. That would get just 20 blocks or so. It's kind of low. And that was the entrance, the only way up or down out of the sewer except for the well. I showed it off before. This is just a longer tunnel. That one goes a few hundred blocks, so I'm not going to go all the way down there. This is the middle part where the water goes. And these are just little tunnels. They don't go that far. That's just a straight tunnel going a few hundred blocks. And this took a super long time to make. Even if it doesn't look that complicated, it took a super long time to mine out and then place in all the walls and stuff. And to make sure it's all stone on the ground. Plus I had to space out the torches evenly. The best I could. And deal with all the gravel. The gravel is probably the most annoying thing because you go to place a roof block or something, and now you have to dig a bunch of gravel. And it's in your inventory, it's all around you. There's flint. And then you have to use your shovel as well, so you have to make new shovels. It just adds a lot more time to it. Next up is the boat. So this is just a small boat I added to my city. Okay, there's a ladder at the back. So it's right here by Sugarcane Shore on my main island. It's a pretty basic boat. I'm not that good at making boats. This is my second like actual boat I've built. Other than those like little boats I've shown off so far. But this is the little bedroom and a little place to come chill underwater in the boat. You get a good view too. You can see right above the water. I definitely plan to build some more boats, and I want to build a really big boat, so that's why I'm kind of trying to make some of these type of boats so I can get some practice, and then when I build a bigger boat it will actually look nice. So it's good to get some practice with those small boats regardless of anything. This is the next build, which is a castle for myself since I'm the emperor of my city. I want to add a flag here, but that might be this month. This is the little throne room. So here's the little throne I made, the iron block throne. A little shelf there too. This is my little bedroom. I could use if I needed. This is just one of my castles here. I plan to build a lot more. And of course, I have my main house or my main castle all the way back in my InfDev city. Gotta close the door. This is kind of just more house space with a little kitchen. That's just a tiny castle I made for myself. That's the political party. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. Next up is Crown Bridge, just connecting this little place over here. There used to not be a wall there, or there, I guess there always was a wall there, but there used to not be a place over here, but I wanted to build a little rock garden here. That was a few months ago now. But yeah, this is the new little bridge I made. I like building bridges. I need practice with it anyway, so I'm gonna keep building them. Next up, we're here at one of the nicest islands in my city, Manor Island. This is where the mayor would live. So I'll show the house last. We'll show all around it real quick. It's a little gazebo, which I love to make. There's a little pool here. And this is a little pool house, so just a secondary house basically. Kitchen, living room, bedroom, and a bathroom. It's a pretty basic little house, but it's not the main house at all. It's basically just a secondary house it can stay at or use for a guest or whatever. There's a flag for my city, because of course the mayor's house is going to need that flag. You also get a good view of the pyramid. There's a little shed here just to store whatever. And then the last build here, a little wheat farm. I wonder if I unplanted that. I don't know what happened there, honestly. Some little ponds too, I gave some names to. And then a little cooker with a fire under it. Now I just gotta show off the main house. That took the longest time to make because it has the 4 floors and an attic and a basement. Guess we're going through the back entrance. So we go here and here's the kitchen. Not the biggest kitchen, but you don't really need a huge kitchen. This is just a huge, like, I guess, dining room to come eat at. There's a bunch of random chests around here. And then you go here to the first little bedroom. We go right here, it's the panic room. So if anyone comes here and any intruders or anything, you can lock yourself in here and watch through the security cameras. And it has a bathroom too in case you have to stay for a long time. So just to stay safe, there's a camera watching the door as well. Then when you go downstairs, there's a bathroom here. There's a little laundry room here. This is a little lounge with a fireplace. And then another bedroom with a little closet as well. Then we go down here and there's 3 more rooms. This is the vault. Just stores a little bit of money. And then this is the storage. And the final room down here, a little office. Now we gotta move to the second floor. So up here we got a little lounge space to sit at. I don't know what happened there, but just gotta fix that quick, I guess. There's a little bathroom here too. And then over here is a storage room. And a library, which connects to another little bedroom. Each with their own TV, of course. Then you come up here, it's another bathroom. There's a painting room, so you can come paint in here, get a good view of the pyramid, or even the tower. No, I guess the tower's all over there, but you can see the city a bit, the museum and everything. A little guest bedroom, just in case you have a guest here, or you need an extra bedroom for whatever. And then here's another bedroom, a lot bigger. I think this is the final actual room, or the actual floor, until we get to the attic. So just a little seating space here. And then the master bedroom, which has a little office in it. And this is just a hallway. And then this is the actual bedroom space. And it has its own private bathroom. And you definitely get a pretty good view from here because you can see most of my city. And the final spot to show off here is the attic. It's pretty empty up here, but has a few things. Mainly just storage and random things around here. Shelves and seating. A little fridge as well. I think there's, yeah, a furnace and crafting table somewhere, so you could cook up some food up here. And watch some TV here. It's a good view. Not in this version, I guess, though. And crouch there. And a little attic bedroom. And that's Manor Island. We have a few more smaller builds to show off, and we're close to being done. Next up, we're here at the hotel. I started this in 2024, at the end of 2024 about, and got most of the work done in 2025, basically done. But it took me until last month to actually finish it off. I had all of this done already. I already did a video showing it off, so I won't show off any of the old stuff. I'll show off the new stuff. So there's like 6 rooms, and I just finished them all off. They're all the same since it's a hotel. So I'll show off one instead of showing them all off. So you have this little seating space, which was complete already. I think I might have added a crafting table and a flower to it. So there's the actual hotel room. You get a little kitchen. It's a little table to eat at. And then there's a bathroom as well. And a couple beds with a TV to watch. And then you get a good view as well. A good view of the prison. And every single room's the exact same, and there's 6 of them. So I had the whole hotel complete. I just had to fill in this small space in each of the rooms, and finally did that. So I can finally say this island and the hotel is all done. So this is the next little build I completed, and it's just a little abandoned house because I said I wanted to work on the pathway in this abandoned town a bit, and I did a little, just this one house. So yeah, this abandoned little house. You can see it used to actually have some stuff. Maybe it had more floors too, but I doubt it. And this was the little outhouse, since it's an older abandoned house. And I still have to do the rest of the town, but at least I got it started last month. Next up, I guess I still gotta let the grass grow by breaking the signs, but this is Chong Island. Just a small island named over here. It was over here for a while, so I just finally expanded it a little and named it. So now I have two little islands in this little part of Lockdown Island in between it. So here we got the first of the tour guide boats I made. So I started with this one. And it's, I guess, in the middle of the water. I'd be giving a tour around here. This is like at the very edge of my city, so I actually lost it for a while and it took me a while to find where it was again. But I remembered where it was today, but this was a while ago. I was looking for it and I just couldn't find it. But I just gotta remember it's right by the tower in this little space. So now we only have a few islands to show off. So this is Monday Island. Just a small little island over here. Really far from the rest of my city because this is not my city. But I like taking over all the small little islands. This is Greg Island. And we gotta go over to that one too. I already showed off that island actually, so we're gonna go over to these ones. So this is the next island I think I have to show off, which is Beach Island. So yeah, there's a little gazebo here too, of course. A lot of gazebos today. It's a little pyramid too. And a little shop too with some pork chops. Because who wouldn't want to eat a pork chop at the beach? Some cactus over there, a little table to come sit at and chill. And island is just a small beach. That's all I wanted to turn it into, and that's what it is. This is the next island, FCCT Island. I already forget what it's named after, but it just has a small crafting table, furnace, and cactus. And I definitely built this island. So this is Noalan Island, just a small island I got finished. Guess those are supposed to be like little seats. And now we only got two islands left to show off, so I gotta find them. It might be three as well. One of them's named Lost Island, and I do not know where that is, so I'm not gonna have fun finding that. I can't find a Lost Island. It's probably a small island, just like the other ones I've shown off, with like nothing really on it. I think I'm gonna give up the look for it. But it is somewhere around here, a little island I completed called Lost Island. You know why I'm not joking? It's a very ironic name since I lost it. That's probably why I named it that, because I knew I would lose it. And it's like every other island I could find, I knew where they were, except Lost Island, so it's very fitting of its name. But on to the final island, the final build to show off from last month. I think that's the final island right there. Clay Island. So I built that little pillar on it last month, the white pillar, the monument. But I finally got it fully finished. Well, I guess I built that February, but I built the rest of this island March, which was last month. That's where I mined out the clay. I didn't want to just fill it in, because I wanted to show where I mined out the clay. That's how this island got its name, which is Clay Island. I didn't build too much here. Just a few lights, flowers, filled in the clay spot with just lights. And then I added a little shelter. Or you could even call it a little gazebo or something. You know, just a small place to chill. Has a little table, furnace, and crafting table, and you can just sit here, make some food, and chill it in the middle of the water on the island. And that will end today's video. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of all the builds this month, and like and subscribe for more. Comment your favorite build. See you in the next video.